What is going on, everyone? This is Dylan from WeTheCoasters. We're checking on into Disney's Animal Kingdom, and we'll be checking out Disney's Hollywood Studios later on today, besides special videos coming on out. We want to wish you guys a happy 2026. It's our first video of the year here, and our first visit to any of the parks throughout the year. Lots of changes going on by Disney's Animal Kingdom. Part of the reason why we're here, one brand new attraction's open up, one attraction is closing very soon here at this park, and we'll talk also about Hollywood Studios later on down the road. So we'll explain more once we get inside. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, before we showcase the new attraction and the attraction that is closing today, well, I shouldn't say today, but you know, that we're here for, I do want to talk about at least what they are, and when we go to them, what the whole status is. So if anyone remembers, It's Tough to Be a Bug closed down like a little less than a year ago, give or take, and then Zootopia took over on the theater, which is where the Tree of Life is right now, where the theater show is. And then Dinosaur, we have now finally gotten word when that will be closing. It's gonna be February 1st, I believe it was. So make sure you get to Animal Kingdom, get your rides in when you can, and go from there. Now, again, we will be checking that out later on today. Besides, it is kind of a little foggy outside, and well, I have that little thing of like, because it's foggy, I really want to do Expedition Everest with that fog that's going out there. I like that little ambiance of like riding rides in the fog. It'd be really, really cool. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Park just opened up not too long ago. It is a little after 8:30 right now. Park opened at 8, so let's head over to Expedition Everest. So just want to mention real quickly that the new show is Zootopia, Better Together. That's what's taking over the show right here. And what's also brand new is there's a meet and greet where they have Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde over here. Zootopia 2 also came out this year, earlier on, so check it out whenever you do. Do recommend. I actually got to see it very recently at the time of making this recording. Do recommend. But again, we're going to head over to Everest. Oh wow, I cannot wait to check out DinoLand U.S.A. or whatever, what was left of it, because there's a lot of things that got knocked down and they're doing a lot of construction around there. So again, we'll talk more about that when we get to that area, because yeah, there's a lot of construction going on from there. Anyways, off to Everest. So we are really close to Expedition Everest. So I want to point this out. That giant crane that's right over here, that's where the DinoLand area is. And I believe exactly where that spot is. That's like where Chester and Hester's Dinorama used to be, and part of the where the boneyard used to be right there. And when I was parking the car earlier, it was moving, so there is an active work site going on, which that's good to see. But man, that is a huge crane out there. Like, the camera does not do it justice. Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. It is a 5-minute wait. Let's hop on. That is a great number to see right now. All right, as we're in line here, it took about maybe 10 minutes because the line did build up a bit in the entrance, so 5 minutes is a bit of an overstatement. I love how over here, you kind of see it because of the color of the sun, all that. There's an extra train that's right over here, so I believe they're running 4 trains right now, but I believe that's number 5 right there, so it's train out there. It's either 3 or 4. Anyways, we're next up, so I'll see you on during the rides. first ride of the new year, and it's Expedition Everest in row 3. Very good ride. Very smooth, very smooth. Now, I will say though, they're moving fast on that ride, man. Those operations are second to none. I've honestly said that for any Disney attraction that is a roller coaster, it's a tie between that ride and Big Thunder Mountain as like the fastest moving operation-wise. And I have to give a slight edge to this because I'm telling you, this can move with 4 trains and they can do it so dang efficiently, it's not even funny. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, if you watch the times, how quickly they get people in check bars and send them out, they are just flying through there. It's unbelievable. But now, this is the part where I get to show you the best secret. Single riders, that's right. Expedition Everest has a single rider entrance. I wanted to do the regular entrance just to see how the wait time would be and all that. And you know, they said advertise 5 minutes, probably waited 10. But now with single rider, oh, we're gonna get on quicker than that. And plus, there really isn't much of a line right now. So keep in mind, if it's a single rider entrance, it's a single rider. That means you're riding by yourself. So anyways, let's get some more rides, and then we'll hop on over to Dinosaur. So let's go. So if you notice something interesting here, well, it's a lot more empty and looks a lot different. Now, in order to get Dinosaur, you have to go this way. But see, to the right over here, this is where the Boneyard used to be, and to the left over here, this used to be where Chester and Hester's Dinorama used to be, and it is all gone. Now, that crane we saw from earlier, this is where it's at, and again, as mentioned, it was moving earlier today, you know, but right now, no, not really doing anything. However, this is the only kind of remnant that still remains of the DinoLand U.S.A, which when Dinosaur closes, that whole area is going to be closed off, and well, then you're going to get to work, and you know, then all these walls right over here, then they're going to go away. Now, also, don't forget to Restaurantosaurus will be closing down with it as well, and that'll be rethemed to be something different. But yeah, this whole area is going to be really changing within the next month, and then slowly and steadily, they really be changing some stuff along the way. Interesting enough, the Donald Duck meet and greet, because it used to be like right around here, well, that's going to change very, very soon. We still got some remnants of DinoLand U.S.A still right over there, but Meet and Donald Duck got moved around over here, so interesting enough to say the least. All right, we must pay our respects. Dinosaur. Let's talk about that. Dinosaur. Now, February 1st is the last day to do this attraction, and February 2nd, it will be fully closed. So, if anyone is in the Florida area and you want to get your last rides, get here by February 1st. That is the last day to do so, because after that, it will be closed forever to make way for Indiana Jones retheme coming very, very soon. Right now, it is a 5-minute wait, which that is perfectly fine by me. This is why I'm here. I'm going to get a bunch of rides on this. I have to pay my respects because Dinosaur really means a lot to me. Grown up with it as a kid, being a 90s and 2000s kid, I really grew up with this ride a lot. Always loved the storyline and everything, and it sucks that this attraction is going to close down, and it's a shame to say the least, but that's why I'm here, to pay my respects. So let's get some close-up shots, and then we'll head inside.
Today, that bare-bones approach is about to become extinct. In a perfect blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created the Time Rover, an amazing vehicle that will literally transport you to the age of the dinosaurs. How? That's proprietary.
Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Secret, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. But let's not talk about me, let's talk about you, and how you can help me make history today with the Time Rover. It's like this. If I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you. And not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. He's an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures. I tagged him with a locator during an unauthorized field trip. Otherwise, I'd be... It can get kind of choppy out there, so keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Flash photography? I wouldn't. It alters the homing signal, and that's not good. Oh, and one more thing. Those locked coordinates? We're in. Now, here's the drill. You follow the homing signal to the iguanodon, then I'll enlarge the transport field, and boom, you're back with one additional passenger extra large. And don't worry about that asteroid. You'll be in and out of there before it even breaks the atmosphere. Trust me, what could go wrong?
Please gather personal belongings from the pouch in front of you and remain seated until the roller coaster.
Walk on time, let's go! Woo! Before I talk about the ride experience, I do want to say, I don't know how well you can see it in here because the lighting is definitely a lot darker than ever. But if you look very carefully, those red, yellow, and white pipes that are there, there's a lot of scientific data that's there. So you probably wonder now, if you have seen it before, what exactly is it? The red line, ketchup. The yellow line, mustard. The white line, mayonnaise. Isn't that something? Well, because originally, back before, at Restaurantosaurus, it was sponsored by McDonald's, so it really came into handy right there. Anyways, Dinosaur. Oh my god. I'm still sad that they're going to be closing this in less than a month. I've always loved this ride a lot. It really, I don't know what Disney's doing, man. They just, I feel like a lot of the people who have made the ideals of the decisions are just, they don't get it. They don't get parks. And it just, Disney's listening to these people and they're not the people to look at. They don't know about the parks and they just don't get it. So I feel ashamed and it happens. So I don't know what else to say, man. I'm heartbroken, but time's got to change. I get it, but some decisions are just, come on, man. The fact that Disney is getting rid of extinct animals, which think about with Animal Kingdom in general. Animal Kingdom is all about animals in the present, the past, like the extinct and all that, and the fantasy that's out there. That's what Animal Kingdom is all about. And on one hand, at least they had the fantasy part with Avatar, because, you know, Avatar's, even though it's an intellectual property, it's fantasy. There's no such thing as a banshee like that. So hopefully they can figure out the extinction part, because, you know, dinosaurs and whatnot, and dinosaurs normally sell. So I don't know, man. Let's get some more rides on Dinosaur. So yay. Okay, I've got myself on 3 rides on Dinosaur, 2 in the front and 1 in row 2. Not too bad to say the least. I gotta say, the ride is running fantastic today. I'm very impressed with the way how everything was moving pretty fluently for the most part. Even the one dinosaur, the Oliramus, I believe it was, the second dinosaur that you see, because that thing always would just be constantly just kind of, it kind of like, looked like it'd be kind of breaking down a little bit, but it was working really good, very smooth. Big shout out to the Imagineers over at Disney, because they were actually trying to make sure, or not Imagineers, I'm sorry, the maintenance guys. They're the ones that are making sure that they're keeping the ride at least fully intact before the day closes, and I'm glad they're keeping it in fairly good shape. So that's good to see right there. I'm very happy Disney's doing that. So we'll take a quick break on this, and then we're gonna head over to Zootopia and actually see that show. I heard it's bad, so let's see if that's really the case. Well, it looks like that giant crane is moving again. It looks like that's right by the big building that's right over here. I mean, this thing is huge. Should be interesting to see how that's gonna be, where it blends in the skyline, but oh yeah. Zootopia, Better Together, the new show that took over It's Tough to Be a Bug. Let's go check it out. Now this is good, actually seeing the Tree of Life again. But look at this, it's interesting. They don't have the bug eyes, they now have orange for the 3D glasses. And as you can tell, they're playing music from the Zootopia franchise and all that. So as you can see, here's one of the newer coasters that they have over here in Carrot Vision 3D. Oh, get it, because of the whole thing here. Paw-Dora. It's giving me the vibe of like Monsters Inc. and all stuff like that, with all the difference of things like that. Little spoofs. Even though they do right. A new coaster over here. Lots of new stuff over here. Now, like I said earlier, I did recently just watch Zootopia 2, just to get myself a little extra familiar with the franchise and all that. So, that's good that this is a thing here and all that. Now, I've heard that this show has been a little interesting, so I'm curious to see how different it is compared to its stuff to be about. So, wait till the doors open. And we'll go enjoy the show. Alrighty, the doors have opened up. Now, let's see what we got. Looks like at least in the theater alone. Looks like as far as the most is concerned, it doesn't look like a lot of change. I know they've changed this up, so there's a new animatronic that shows up around there. I'm curious to see how this will be, though. So I'll see you guys after the show, and I'll let you know how it is. Alrighty, so I finished watching Zootopia. That was right over there. Let's talk. That is interesting. A very interesting show. It's not good. It's not bad. It's, I don't know about terrible. It's kind of a bit of an overreach. I mean, there's some things that are good, but just the pacing of the show is so random. And it's like, you don't even know what's going on. The effects were cool and all that. And, you know, not too bad. The 3D, though, I will give credit, is a lot better in this compared to It's Tough to Be a Bug. That's the main thing I will definitely have a takeaway with. But they have enhanced the 3D. It looks really, really good. I will give that a lot of credit to. But the pacing of the story is definitely, it's out of control. It feels like a roller coaster. It's like, it's like, I don't know. So, it's random, but it is what it is. But, I got Zootopia done, so, not upset about that. Okay, while I have lunch right now, and you have to understand one other thing. Animal Kingdom, a lot of things are in the construction period, and right now there's only a total of 5 attractions that are going to be open, soon to be 4 when Dinosaur closes. So Animal Kingdom's in a bit of a very tricky spot once Dinosaur closes. And you know, many people do wonder, well, what's going to happen really with Animal Kingdom when that closes? Because people will pay money to go to the Disney parks, but is it really worth it to go to Animal Kingdom once that closes? I mean, honestly, no. It's tough to really say that, and I hate to even say it, but with all that closure and construction and all that stuff, I mean, why bother going there for the time being? Now, in a timeline of saying like right now to do Dinosaur before it closes, absolutely, no problem at all. But with all these construction projects and all, I don't see that happening. So please, get to Animal Kingdom while you can before Dinosaur closes. And after that, I'd recommend going to Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Magic Kingdom even before, you know, all this will be open and all that. So anyways, I'm gonna eat lunch over here at Pizza Far, having the chicken and pesto, and then I will see you guys just in a minute when we go over to Disney's Hollywood Studios to talk about the other ride that's gonna be closing very, very soon this year in a few months. So I'll see you guys over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So I'll see you guys right about now. All right, and now I'm here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Ain't that a blessing? So, big things going on about that one. One small thing that happened at making this recording about 3 or 4 days ago, give or take. I'll explain more about that when we get to the show. We won't do it, but I have to talk about it because it was a pretty big change that happened. But let's talk about the big one, and that's gonna be closing in about a month and a half from now, give or take. So let's go to that right now. And for the record, no, it's not the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. In fact, it's the attraction next to it. G-Force Records presents Rock and Roller Coaster Starring Aerosmith. Well, if you haven't heard by now, Rock and Roller Coaster is going to be closing very soon. March 1st is the final day to check out this iconic roller coaster, and then will be transformed into the Muppets. Now, they already made one change already in the actual building, and that is the pre-show. They have actually shut off the pre-show, which I cannot believe they did that. That is so mind-blowing to say the least, but they're getting an early start to get ready for the Muppets, which supposedly they said they are going to get that ready by later on this year. Well, good luck, Disney. I hope you can really pull that off if you do. But we will be back here in February, next month, to be doing more of this ride. But I did want to be here today to talk about this, but also come back also later on in the month too, in January for, another ride of this before heading to Dinosaur and whatnot. Now, the only problem with today is that it is still technically during the time where Disney's going to be a little bit slammed. Animal Kingdom is easy, and here, not really. Standby right now is 65 minutes, and unfortunately, single rider, well, not available. So that's a stinker, and you can tell that the way how the line is looking, it looks like it's not going to die down by any moment in time. So perhaps we may have to come by later on for that there. Yeah, there it is. We're going through single rider, and you can tell that was the pre-show room, and that's no more now. So you literally just skip it, just go right to here. That's a shame. Well, with how the crowds were looking on the entrance, I did not expect to get on two rides today. One in row 8 and one on row 10. Gotta say, it's funny how I got the same song 9 lives. That is awesome. That is freaking awesome. Cannot complain about that. I'll come back a little later and see if single riders will keep open there, because the wait time been kind of Like I first went on it, it was apparently 65 minutes, and the second time I rode it, it was 30 minutes. Now it's 50 minutes. So interesting. Okay, so before I talk about Indiana Jones, I did a ride on Tower of Terror and had a rather odd ride. Like, the ride operated fine, but when it came to getting off, we kind of got stuck there for a bit. Had to wait for maintenance to hit a button, and then the other elevator from the area we were in, they just kind of like just scooted it up until it had to stop because of the sensors of where the car was. So I'm on the very left side. I could actually see the other elevator coming. So it was actually kind of funny and kind of weird at the same time. All right, let's talk about Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. You may have heard by now, but the show had a bit of an issue where the boulder for the beginning of the scene actually was off the track and started bouncing heading towards the guests. Thankfully, cast member actually stopped the ball in time, but did suffer a small injury along the way, so they had to alter the moment for the time being until they probably get that situation fixed. So it's unfortunate to say the least, but whenever that change will be fixed and properly done, who knows. But for right now, they do have an alteration of that little scene for the time being. As we are walking east from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you're probably wondering, something's missing. What's going on? Well, a couple of things. First of all, the arch that is right where the walls are at is completely gone. Yes, they dismantled the arch that would say Disney's Hollywood Studios, and even from before Disney's MGM Studios, and completely got rid of it. Out of the blue, too. It totally shocked me, because I did not expect that coming, but then again, they got rid of the water tower before, and even the hat that was, well, right around here. But as you can see, they've gotten rid of all that. They got rid of the marquee for the Star Wars launch bay. And of course, the kids show that they have over here to the very, very right, they have also closed down. Now, of course, there is a big, big, big change. And the other thing they've also done is they're putting in a new Little Mermaid show, which they've already announced that way before. So they got a lot of work to do on that one. But the big thing that they're doing here is that they're bringing back an animation studio building this year. Now, before, they used to have the Art of Animation, which was this building right here. And now, they're bringing that back. As you can see, here's the poster that they have to show a bit of a teaser as to what's going on and all that. So I'm glad that they're bringing back animation in some form. But another big thing that is noteworthy is that the building that's right over here to the left of the Little Mermaid, it was actually the original entrance for the tram tour that used to be here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Of course, I could show you where that would be. So as you can see throughout the concept art over here, the original building for that little thing would be kind of right over here and wrapped around over here. That would be the original entrance for the Trantor. Of course, that is completely gone now. They've actually fixed that, and it's probably gonna be extra for that Little Mermaid show that's gonna go on by. At least I'm pretty sure it is. So they got the animation building over here, the Little Mermaid show over here, and then they have a new kid show, which is gonna be right over here. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name of that kid show, but that is exactly what they're gonna be doing there. So big project going on over there, as well as eventually when the closure of Roller Coaster Starring Aerosmith goes over with the transformation of the Muppets and the Muppets being transformed to Monsters, Inc. More on that one in just a minute, but just to explain what recently happened over here too. So I know what you're probably thinking, Hollywood Studios. Is it really worth it to go right now? And honestly, no, not really. The only park that is really honestly worth to go, because there really isn't any projects going on in any type of way, is Epcot. Epcot doesn't have anything going on right now. They have the events that they normally do. There's no attractions that are closed. They're being refurbed. You know, it's, you know, the normal Epcot. So unless they add something new, or, you know, the Horizons building, come on Disney. I know you guys really need to do something about that building, but I digress. Disney is doing a lot of work within Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, and Magic Kingdom, so at least they have a big fix-up that's going on by, but they got a lot of work to figure out. So it takes time, so patience. I would say if you are planning a trip to come to Disney, I would say not 2026, but 2027. Make your way to Disney over there and see how that goes for the time being, unless they announce more closures for whatever strange reason. Well, I know what you're thinking when you're seeing this. Dylan, what's up with this building? What is that? That's Muppet Vision 3D. Well, at least whatever was left of that part of the outside. And they have totally dismantled that entire little slot right over there. So, if many know, that this entire area was Muppet Vision 3D as well as Muppet Vision Courtyard. But this is now going to be Monstropolis for Monsters Incorporated and all that. Of course, there's a thing on the sign, which I'll show you a little later on. There's a thing that mentions 2319. If you know, you know. So it's really cool it's there. Now that green scrim that you're seeing right over here, that used to be Pizza Rizzo that's there. And then there was a building behind it that was a gift shop and all that, but that's, you know, all taken off. The signs are completely gone, but wow, that is insane. Now, there is a bigger building that is to the backer area where we can't really see a whole lot of it, but well, they haven't really got a lot of that construction that's built yet. So that one's gonna take a lot of time. So let me show you in general, just from here, what we're able to see. Because of course, this is where they had the Muppet Vision 3D right over here. And then this used to be Pizza Rizzo. So they're gonna put a brand new fountain over here. And then this will be entirely brand new when we get over to this region, going all the way up to here. Now, as of what we know of, there isn't a lot of this being built. There's a lot of the steel structure that's there. I'm very excited for this. This will be a brand new roller coaster that will be over here. It's a Vekoma family suspended type of roller coaster where the star of the ride is gonna go up into like an elevator style type of track. It's gonna be very unique. I am very excited for this. This is actually one of the few new Disney projects that I am actually very excited to check out. I know there's been a lot of things where newer Disney, it doesn't scream a lot of good, but this, I'm very excited. This looks terrific. One thing I do want to mention, Rise is currently 140 minutes and single rider line is available. However, that line for single rider is up to here. So, which is quite a bit of ways there. But that line will move fairly well, so don't worry too much. All right. I know what you're thinking. It's nighttime. What's going on? Well, I tried to do Rise, and it broke. And the line was long. I think you see where I'm going. But yeah, that's basically what's going on at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Just everything hitting the fan. Literally. I can't believe it. So now, I'm going to go out in style, and I'm going to close with one last ride on Roller Coaster Starring Aerosmith. If I actually get something different than 9 lives, I will be, I won't be upset, it'd be cool, but man, 3 in a row with 9 lives, if I get it, I'll be shocked. Give me that Young Luz FINE Love and Elevator version, that'd be really cool. Well, guys, that's going to do it here from Disney's Hollywood Studios, and more specifically in the video, Walt Disney World Resort. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and hit that bell notification for any future uploads. Follow us on all of our socials, our Facebook, our X, and our Instagram. Once again, my name is Dylan. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later until the next video, and of course, happy 2026. We'll see you guys later until that next video. Peace.